grade 6 pupils. Today is another day for us to learn something new. I am your teacher presenter, Sulita D. Almacen of Sorsogon East Central School. I hope everybody is excited for today's episode. Join me in our 30-minute lesson about making connections between information viewed and personal experiences. Let's start. Before we proceed, let us recall our previous lesson. Can you still remember what framing and social distance are as used in interpreting visual media? Framing is the way an image is framed by borders, lines, or colors. Social distance is the distance between the viewer or focalizer and subject. Do you remember it now? Let us name them one by one. Can you guess these jumbled words? Let's try. What could this word be? U, P, O, S, E, C, L. What could it be? Did you answer close up? You are right. It is close up distance. Let's have the next word. What do you think is the word? I can hear you, kids. You are correct if you wrote group social distance. How about this one? Can you guess this word? What is it? Did you write public social? Great! It's public social distance. Very good. Let's have the next word. Try this. What do you think is it? Did you write remote social? Awesome! It is remote social distance. Last word. Jumble this. D, I, M, L, I, A, C, O, S. What do you think is it? Done? What is it? Did I hear mid-social? Perfect! It is indeed mid-social distance. You amaze me, kiddos. You did well. It shows you have mastered the previous lesson. At the end of this 30-minute virtual lesson, I hope each one of you will be able to make connections between information viewed and personal experiences. You did an excellent job. This time, let us learn another important skill, which is how to make connection. Making connection is important. It is giving your brain a place to store what you read. The more connections you make, the better. The faster your brain works. There are different ways to connect as we read a text. This can be text-to-self connection. This is connecting part of the story that has somehow happened to you also. In connecting text to self, these are the guide questions we can use to connect ourselves to text. What does this remind me of in my life? What is this similar to in my life? How is this different from my life? Has something like this ever happened to me? How does this relate to my life? What were my feelings when I read this? Have I changed my thinking as a result of reading this? What have I learned? Are there similarities and or differences in my life, family, friends, holidays I have been on, things I have had, experiences, and the place I have been? These are the questions that we can consider to connect self to text.
Next is text to text. This happens while reading the story. You are reminded about the story you have read before. These are the tips you can connect text to text. What does this remind me of in another book I have read? How is this text similar to other things I have read? How is this different from other books I have read? Have I read something like this before? Text to word. This happens when, while reading, the text reminds you of something you have seen happen to someone you know, seen on TV or heard over the radio. These are the tips to make connection from text to word. What does this remind me of in the real world? How is this text similar to the things that happen in the real world? How is it different from things that happen in the real world? How did that part relate to the world around me?
Shall we try if you can now connect to what you read? Kindly get your activity sheet and turn it on page 2. Come on, let's do the practice task 1. I am going to read the poem. You can read along with me. Who's Who by Judith Viors. Paula is the prettiest, the whole 6th grade agrees. Jean's the genius, that is undeniable. Most popular is Amy. Most admirable is Louise. But as for me, they say I'm most reliable. Lisa's the best listener, she always lends an ear. All the boys say Meg is the most desirable. Gwen's the giggliest, but everybody thinks that dear. Who thinks it's dear to be the most reliable? Judy and Rebecca tie for cleverest. Marie is best at sports. Kathy is the richest. She's saving Sing's grade 3. But who'll save me from being most reliable? I'd rather be most mischievous. I'd rather the most deep. I'd rather, and I'll swear this on the Bible, be known as the most peculiar. Nothing puts the world to sleep like someone who is known as the most reliable. This is taken from the English for You and Me reading textbook grade 6. Did you like the poem? Were you able to relate? Now let us check your comprehension. In what grade are the children in the poem? A. Grade 4. B. Grade 5. C. Grade 6. Write your answer. Did you write C. Grade 6? Nice start! The children are in grade 6. Next question. Why are they naming their classmates? A. For fun. B. To mock. C. To bully. Write your answer. What did you write? Did you say the answer is letter A for fun? You are doing great. Next number. Are the children happy naming the qualities they have? A. Yes. B. No. C. Maybe. The answer is? Did I hear letter A? Yes, that is correct. Well done, children. We are done with practice task 1. Let us have fun answering these questions about the poem. Let us connect it to self, text and world. You can write your answer in a paper, then submit it to your teacher. Number 1. From the qualities given, which one best describes you? Why? From the qualities given, which one best describes you? Why? You can now write your answer. Next question. Do you also name names to your classmates at school? What is it for? Do you also name names to your classmates at school? What is it for? Write down your answer. Next question. Which among the questions you have answered connect you to the poem? Were you able to connect yourself with the text? Which among the questions you have answered connect you to the poem? Were you able to connect yourself with the text? Number 4. What did it remind you of a book or a story you read before? How did it remind you? What did it remind you of a book or a story you read before? How did it remind you? Number 5. Did it remind you of someone you know? How did it relate to the world around you? Did it remind you of someone you know? How did it relate to the world around you? Nice try! Now I know we have connections to each other by doing great job answering all those questions. Don't forget to submit your work to your teacher. Is it a deal? Let's have another practice. Do you want another short story? Are you Daddy's favorite? I am going to read a story entitled Till We Meet Again, Dad. Are you ready to listen? Till We Meet Again, Dad. Adapted from Highlights for Children by Gertrude Fass. Moon or no moon, I really miss my dad, whispered Oji to his mom, who was about to sleep in the middle of the night. His dad went back to his office the night before. He really missed Mr. Reyes. Oji remembered how they talked before his dad left. Will you miss me, Oji? His dad asked him. I will always miss you, Dad. How about you? Do you miss me too? Oji responded, holding his father's suitcase. Then he got his dad's shirts and gave them to him. I wish you won't be leaving again this time, he whispered and hugged his dad tightly. How much do you miss me, Oji? Repeated Mr. Reyes. I miss you very much that sometimes I don't want to go to school and eat my lunch, Daddy, said Oji to his dad. Yeah, I heard about it from your mommy. Do you think it's good for you to be absent in class, Rogelio? Mr. Reyes called his son's real name. I know that, Daddy, but I really don't feel good if you're away. How I wish you're not leaving again this time. Yes, I wish that too, my dear son. But Daddy must go to work. Many people are waiting for me in the office tomorrow morning. So please allow me to go now, Oji, pleaded his daddy. You know that you're free to do that, Dad, answered Oji. When are you coming back? How long will you be away? Bounced back Oji to his dad. It will be 3 weeks or 4 weeks, my son, He paused for a while and they went to the veranda and looked at the moon. "What is the size of the moon now?" asked his dad. "It is small today, as if it is invisible, not like the other nights," answered Oji. "Do you notice that the moon changes, Oji?" asked his dad again. "Yes, why, Daddy?" answered Oji. "What we see now is the crescent moon. It's just a part of the moon. As the days and nights pass, you'll see the moon becomes bigger and bigger till it's full," explained Mr. Reyes as he squeezed the hands of his child. "I'll remember that, Daddy," answered Oji. "When you're gone, I'll sketch the size of the moon every night till you come back and we'll know its size. Can I do that, Daddy? I know I'll have the stack of drawings for you." "Sure, son. That's the best thing that you can do. You won't miss me anymore because you'll draw the moon for me." "Then I'll stay till we meet again, Daddy, with the help of the moon," uttered Oji. "There are times that we don't see the moon. Then what will you draw?" snapped Dad. "That's easy, Dad. I'll draw the sky," answered his son. Then they heard the beep of the car. "Daddy, that's your ride. Mang Celso is picking you up already," Oji said. "Okay, son, remember our agreement." And then he squeezed Oji's hand. Mr. Reyes carried his suitcase together with Oji, who was holding onto his neck tightly. He kissed Oji goodbye, and the child smiled at his dad lovingly. "Bye, Daddy. See you again next time." "Take care, Dad. I love you," Oji said tearfully. "Bye, son. Be good." He went downstairs and opened the gate, going to his car, waiting for him. From the story that we have just read, let us try to connect. You have to fill in the blank with how you were able to connect to the story. For text connection, the story "Till We Meet Again, Dad" reminds me of blank because blank. Write your answer. The story "Till We Meet Again, Dad" reminds me of blank because blank. Are you done? Were you able to connect to the story? Great! Can you please read your answer? I hear you, kids. Fantastic! And that is the end of our lesson today. I hope you had fun learning while watching. Once again, this is Solita D. Almacen signing off with a saying, never stop learning. See you in our next English learning episode. Have a safe and wonderful